And White Sox versus Mariners series sponsorship presented by Echo Outdoor Power Equipment. And we are coming to you from Safeco Field in beautiful Seattle, Washington, where tonight CSN Chicago presents White Sox baseball. It's Avi Garcia, Todd Frazier, and our Sox as they get set to butt heads with Nelson Cruz and the Seattle Mariners. Hi, everybody, and welcome. I'm Ken Harrelson. My partner, Steve Stone, is not here for this series this week, and sitting in for him is my former partner, 10 years worth. Tom Paciorek was also a terrific player for the White Sox, All-American football player, University of Houston, drafted by the Dolphins. And after we get through into all that.
I was?
Yeah. Good to see you, Wimpy.
Thanks,
Wimpy, we've had two good games here. We were trailing 4-0 in the first one, came back, tied it up, and lost it 5-4. Then last night we were trailing 1-0 and came back and won it 2-1. Jose Quintana was just terrific, but our guys, Ricky's boys, are battling their behinds off.
You know, it's not really reflected in the record yet, Hawk. They're 18-22, but they're only 4 games out of first place. You look at the Sox, they never say die, and once these are going to be transformed into victories soon enough. They've been trailing in most of the ball games that we have seen lately, but they're coming back. They're really a fun team to watch. And I think as the season goes along, a lot of those losses will turn into victories.
Well, Jose Abreu has been putting up some big numbers on the road. As a matter of fact, he has 8 home runs all coming on the road. And he's got to keep going.
Oh, yeah. He's the big cog in that lineup for the Sox. If he is not hitting, it's going to be a lot tougher to put runs on the board. But he had a big night last night against a very tough left-hander. That Miranda was dealing. First of all, he hits one down to right field. And then this is 464 feet estimated. He absolutely crushes a 2-0 pitch last night. That tied the ball game. He's been brilliant. You see this batting average, home runs, and the last guy to hit nothing but road homers is, I can't believe it. I didn't even know that fact. It was yours truly back in 1982 in the Stone Ages.
Well, David Robertson, he's back.
Oh, he is. He is dealing. You know, last night I think I've seen David Robertson at his finest. When he was one of the elite closers. Look at this. He strikes out Segura like he's a minor league guy. And then he gets all these guys, gets an easy out, and this is it. This secures the victory. He got 6 crucial outs, 8th and 9th inning, and actually it was the 9th and the 10th inning, and so the Sox were able to prevail 2-1 in a big ball game.
All right, third of this 4-game set, so sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way.
In Chicago is brought to you in part by Toyota. The Toyota Time Sales Event ends May 31st. Hurry in today. Toyota, let's go places. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. Through it all. By Lexus, who encourages you to experience amazing. And by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Miller Lite, hold true.
And welcome back to beautiful Seattle, Washington. Great Pacific Northwest. Just a gorgeous, absolutely glorious day here. And right now, let's check out Ricky Boy's lineup. Here it is. Top third of Sanchez, Cabrera, Abreu. Middle third of Garcia, Frazier, and Anderson. Bottom third of Davidson, Narvaez, and Willie Garcia.
And the defense for the Mariners given by Scott Service, their skipper. Guillermo Heredia is in left field. Jared Dyson in center. Ben Gamel plays right. Kyle Seager is third base. Gene Segura, outstanding at shortstop. Mike Freeman plays second. Taylor Motter gets the start at first. Chooch! Carlos Ruiz behind the plate. And on the mound, our Lexus Experience Amazing starting pitcher for the M's is Giovanni Gallardo, a 31-year-old right-hander, formerly with Milwaukee, 2-3 with a 4.53 earned run average. He has a tendency to walk some folks, will not strike out that many. He has a very good overhand curveball. He has pitched extremely well against the White Sox in 3 starts, 1-0 in his career with a 1.06 earned run average. And here's the men in blue, our good friends. Mark Wegner at home plate. Jerry Davis is the crew chief at first base. Pat Hoberg at second. And Rob Drake is the third base umpire.
All right, and before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours. As here is Yolmer. And the first pitch of the ball game is taken up high. Gallardo is a good pitcher. He's a good major league pitcher. If he's got close to his good location, you got your hands full. If he doesn't, then he's got his hands full.
You know, talking to some Seattle people before the game, Hawk, they said that Gallardo was originally scheduled to be the 5th starter, but of course with all those injuries that they've had to the top 4 guys, he's almost their number 1 right now.
Well, he is, that's right. And the thing about him is that the way you judge a pitching staff, if you got Gallardo as your 5th starter, you got a pretty good staff.
Pretty good, yeah. This day and age.
.62. There's a strike. 205 pounds out of Mexico. Sanchez 2 for 7 in the series. He's on an 8-game hitting streak. That's up high. Full count, and here at Safeco, 331 down the left field line. 376 in left center, 326 down the right field line, 380 in right center, and 401 dead away center. Nice crowd on hand. Jay Buhner bobblehead. Knight. And there is ball 4. All right. So right now, leadoff man aboard. Let's check out our picks to click. Fans went with Ivy. Cruz going with Anderson. Wimpy is going with Frazier. And all the good folks, David Novak, all the good folks. Poogie Hyundai and I, we're going to go with Narvaez. There's a strike. Cabrera 1 for 9 in the series, but it was a biggie coming last night.
Yeah, 10th inning on an 0-2 pitch. And not a bad looking slider either by Zeech.
You won't give it up, will you?
Nope.
You won't not give it up.
Never. I know Polish when I see one. And he used to have about 13 more letters in his name.
Gap out there in right center. Uh-oh. Bobble it, and everybody's safe. Yes. Freeman tried to do too much, too quick, and he grabbed it.
Boy, he sure did. I mean, he was thinking about tagging him and then going to second base, and all of a sudden, that play was completely botched. What? It could have been a double play. Now it's first and second. Nobody. Look at him charging right there. He had 2 ways to go after this. Well, he just let that ball eat him up. That's an E4. Wow.
It's his first error of the season. And here's Abreu. Abreu 3 for 8 with a long home run in this series. And he's faced Gallardo 7 times, has 3 hits, 2 of which stayed in the park. This is where pitchers have just got to reach down, suck it up, and grind it out.
Yeah, pick up your team.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yeah, nobody feels worse than Freeman right now, boy. And as you said, Hawk, he's just trying to do too much. Rather than be safe and get 1 out, he wanted to make sure he got 2.
Well, right there, Wimpy, as you said it up originally, he could have taken his time and gotten 2.
Yeah.
Had plenty of time to get 2 either way.
Well, he's not doing a whole lot of playing, so he might have been in a bit of panic mode.
There's a play right there that we don't have him down on our staff now that'll do it, but when Burley was here. And that play, if our second baseman made that same play, Burley go walk over to him and says, "Don't worry about a thing. I'll bail you out."
Great. What a great teammate he was.
Oh, my all-time favorite White Sox player.
Well, he was one of the most fun guys, I would think, to play behind because he worked so quickly, threw strikes, and got you off the field, in and out. And you wanted to play for guys like that. And Lamar Hoyt was the same way, too.
Lamar was, yes, he was.
Big-time gamers.
2-1. Lamar Hoyt, for all you youngsters out there, young White Sox fans, 1983, won the Cy Young Award, won 24 games. Richard Dotson could have won it. He won 22.
Britt Burns, Floyd Bannister all had great years, too.
Those guys went 43-6 the second half of the season.
Yeah.
You'll never see that again.
Meanwhile, nice checkup by Abreu, so he's got a 3-1 count.
There's a shot base hit. So that error is really going to bite Gallardo. 1 is in. Melky over to third on the double by Abreu, and it's 1-0 good guys.
He's heating up, Hawkaroo. Tell you what, and you talk so much about short arms. This is a great example of hitting with short arms and keeping the ball fair. Watch this 3-1 inside pitch. Look at that. Boy, just leads with his front elbow. Perfect.
Short arms.
Yeah, that was really short arms. Boy, anybody watching this game, the kids especially, that's a great example of how to hit an inside pitch. He stayed in the same place, took his stride in the same spot. All he did was make that a little bit of adjustment, shortening that arm.
Yeah, Edgar Martinez and I were talking about that yesterday. Was talking about that ball hit high and deep, way back at the wall. He looks up. You can put it on the board. Yes. Yes. And it is 4-0 Sox.
Lordy. Here's a great example of creating hang time on a breaking ball too, Hawk. We saw the fastball hitting. Here's our Ford replay, our home run replay. There's a curveball. He's got a good curveball, but watch the hang time. He kept his hands back. Almost hit one arm that one out there using that great power that he has, and enough to get over the fence, over the head of Heredia in left field. So Sox with really taking advantage of the situation. 4 big runs on 2 hits.
That's why the first rule in baseball is you got to catch the ball. And it's good to see some people starting to understand that now. That piece that I mentioned about Joe Mauer said the reason the Twins are playing good is they're catching the baseball. You can't give the major league team 28, 29 outs, 30 outs when you're getting 27.
Yeah.
Todd checks it up. So the pitching coach, Mel Stottlemyre Jr., went out there, and you know what he was saying? He said, look, forget about it. Forget about it. You had a double play. Didn't work out. Let's regroup right here.
Well, meanwhile, Todd's got a great hitting count here at 2-0. Abreu hit a 3-1 pitch.
Not a good pitch on 2-0 to get after. Pitcher's pitch.
You got to give him that one.
Yeah.
That was the best pitch he's thrown so far.
Break.
Certainly did. Todd looks like he's a little bit in between in this at bat. There's a fastball down. He did catch a break.
Payoff pitch. Now the play, and of course with that home run by Avi, Alex and Elia's family, another beautiful donation to White Sox charities in loving memory of Ursula.
Avi now with 7 homers, 31 runs batted in on the season. Playing all-star caliber baseball.
There's a base hit. Just shove that one into right field. He's on his way
Look
to
at him
second
go.
Base.
He could be out.
He go.
Call timeout.
Yeah. Pull a Norm Cash on him.
Willie Stargell. Well, Todd thought he could make it. There's a breaking ball, middle of the plate, and you're right, Hawk. He just pretty much shoved this, muscled it into the gap, and he figures with his great speed, not. Todd, a pretty good throw right there, and look at him decoy. Look at him doing a Fred Astaire dance, and eventually the Toddmeister is tagged out.
So here's Anderson. 3 for 9 with a home run. Hit a game, if you missed that first game, hit a game tying home run in that one. Tied it. Sox were trailing 4-0, came back to tie it with 4 and then lost it. I'll tell you, we were talking about it after the game last night in the clubhouse. In that 4-game losing streak that we're on, we played some pretty good baseball. It's just that simple, you know, and got a couple of bad breaks, but they did not get their dauber down.
It was really evident in game 1 of this series.
There's a shot. They're for the most part right here teeing off on Gallardo. And there is a shot into right field. Get down. It won't.
Ooh. That was a nice job of hitting. Stay right there, Tim. Don't change a thing.
That's just a hang wolf from there. But Wemby, you know how baseball is, and you know how clubhouses are. Davidson can't get it. When you walk into a clubhouse after a game and you can't tell if they won or lost, that team's got a problem. Big problem.
Yeah.
Ricky's clubhouse you walk into after a game, and even if you played well, you know we lost.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yeah.
One of the greatest things I ever heard about that. Yes, here's the 0-2.
Ooh.
But big 3-run homer by Avisaíl García. And after a half inning of play, our guys, 4, their guys coming back. Top third of Segura, Gamble, Cruz. Middle third of Seager, Motter, Heredia. Bottom third of Freeman, Ruiz, and Dyson.
And the defense for the White Sox. Sox off to that great start, 4-0. Cabrera, Garcia, and Garcia in the outfield. Frazier, Anderson, Sanchez, Abreu around the horn, and Omar Narvaez behind the plate. Mike Pelfrey is our Lexus Experience Amazing starting pitcher.
Segura takes first pitch strike. He had a 17-game hitting streak snap last night. And the count 0-2.
You know, one of the reasons why I thought David Robertson had come full circle, Hawk, was the way the at-bat that he gave Segura, his last at-bat. He made him look a little foolish, and that kid's a great hitter.
Well, he's leading the league in hitting.
Yeah.
So,
he got 203 last year.
isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
And here he is in a different uniform.
Mm-hmm. Here's Mike's numbers, 0-4 with a 5.7 earned run average. 23 hits allowed in just about the same number of innings.
Well, his last start, last Monday against the Angels. First 4 innings, he was just really good. Then we got to the 5th. Andrelton Simmons went out to center. Then here's where it started. Cameron Maybin had a 3-2 pitch. Pelfrey threw a fastball right there, and the umpire missed it. So there was the walk. And then you still have to pitch over it, so he walked the next guy, and then Cole Calhoun came up and hit a 3-run homer. They scored 4 runs in that inning because Trout backed him up with a long run. So but the first 4 and the 3rd innings, I mean, he was really good. He was sharp, pitching inside, spotting his ball very well. And then when the umpire missed that 3-2 pitch to Cameron Maybin, things just fell apart.
Well, you told me that Cameron Maybin was swinging a magic wand that whole series, wasn't he?
Unbelievable. Well, in that one game, he hit the ball hard. First time we've ever seen him do that. But last year in that Tiger uniform, magic wand.
Good pitch. He got in his kitchen right there.
So that's one out. But I was getting ready to tell you when the inning ended, one of the best things I ever heard about, especially young players. terrific manager named Alvin Dark. And he had a team meeting in spring training. He says, fellas, I'm going to tell you one thing right now. He said, the one thing you got to do if you're going to play in the major leagues is you got to be a good actor. He said, if you go out and you go 3 for 3 and we lose that ball game 2-1, when we come in, you better be sad. If we go out and you go 0 for 4 and you strike out 3 times and we come in and win that ball game, you better be happy.
That's right.
And he was right.
Isn't that amazing? Because in rookie ball, that's exactly what Lasorda told us with the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be happy, fake it. If you're not happy,
better be a good actor.
Yeah. And that shows that you're a good teammate.
That's what it does.
Even if it's not inside of you, but better outwardly, it better be there. It's great.
Yeah, those guys that go 3 for 3 and you lose the ball game and they're in their shower whistling.
Yeah.
In my time zone, they didn't whistle long.
Mm-hmm.
And the manager didn't have to do anything.
Right.
We did it.
That's a great call. I never heard that story from Alvin.
Yeah.
He was a heck of a guy, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. He's a great player.
Yeah.
Los Angeles Rams drafted him #1 out of LSU. He was a running back, and he turned it down to play baseball. Instead, the Rams took Bob Waterfield.
Oh yeah, I remember him. I've got his cleat marks on my chest. Just kidding.
There's the base hit by Gamble. Gamble now 3 for 7 in the series.
Well, he got a pitch to his liking. Fastball right over the middle of the plate. Nice short compact swing. He got the hit out, as we say, and that spells danger as Nelson Cruz comes up to the plate, leading the American League in RBIs.
One for 8 in the series. He's actually had a few good pitches to hit, and he's fouled them back. That ball hit hard. Take your time and rack them up. They'll retire the side. He just smoked out. And it's still 4-0 Sox after 1.
Chicago is presented by State Farm.
And we'd like to welcome all our viewers watching on Interstate Communications in Warren and Madison County, Iowa. Warren and Madison County.
Yes.
They just showed a scoreboard video of my partner that went Peru when he was playing with the Mariners, and all those, I mean, absolute priceless commercials he did.
Well, you know, there was one that was just preceded mine that was absolutely great by Lenny Randall. He had a top hat and a cane. He was doing the dance kind of like a Fred Astaire. He was very good too. You'll have to see that one. Yeah.
I like the one when you had the war helmet on.
That was for the Sox. It was freezing to death. We did that in the wintertime.
The 0-2 pitch. Omar 0 for 4 in the series. One out.
Two straight strikeouts for Gallardo. Both of these on fastballs.
Of those 4 runs scored in the first inning, 3 of them were earned. Big error right there. Open the gates. That's off the plate. Really 1 for 4 in the series. Yuri, who was hitting the elbow the other night, still sore. Very questionable pitch called a strike.
Same
2-1. Pitch off the plate called a strike, and it's 2-2.
Here's one of those situations you probably go right back out there getting that call. Got to guard that fastball away.
Don't say anything, Hawk.
Fastball tailing in.
Well,
can't pull the trigger.
They were all close, but there was only one pitch in the whole sequence of strike.
Yeah. 3 strikeouts in a row now for Gallardo.
So here's Yolmer. He started off that first inning with a walk. And that's kind of corner to left field. And that's a 1-2-3 inning after an inning and a half. 4-0 Sox.
look at Seattle's Kyle Seager, selected by Mariners in the 3rd round of the 2009 draft, All-Star in 2014, and a Gold Glove winner. 30 doubles, 20 homers in 4 of the last 5 seasons. Struggling a bit at the plate right now.
He's a good player. 0 for 8 in this series. Strike on the inside corner.
Hey, looking at Seager, the first 2 games of this series, it looks like he's behind the fastball and way out in front of the breaking ball. Now, he had a good at bat his last one last night. He lined out to left field. So see if he's going to build on that. Takes ball 2.
Got the shift on for him. And the count's 3-1. Texas had their 10-game winning streak snapped. Detroit beat them 9-3 at Comerica. Leadoff man aboard.
Took advantage of the count right there. Was 3-1. That was his best swing so far, even with the shift. But look at that headstand behind the ball perfectly. He's been behind most fastballs, but when you get that cookie at 3-1 right down the middle, you should do that.
So here is Motter. Taylor. 1 for 8 in the series. First 2 games was at second base. This game is at first base as he takes the strike. One and 1 to count. Minnesota sitting on top of the Central. A game in front of Cleveland. Twinkies 21-17. Softly hit.
There you go.
Can't get into first. Good effort though. Good try by Yolmer. And Pelfrey making a good play by making sure he made a good throw.
Yes, he did. Good athleticism by Mike. I thought he was going to first base. There you see the pitch and the glove spin move. Oh, almost had a little bit of trouble getting it out of his hand right there, but got the lead runner.
Talking about Minnesota, they were at home against Kansas City. That game postponed, as was Milwaukee taking on the Cubs at Wrigley.
Well, that Midwest has had some bad weather, hasn't it, Hawk?
Yeah.
You guys haven't had many good days all season, have you?
Had a few, but no, not altogether, no. Overall, it was a decent winter. A lot better than a lot of them we've had.
Yeah.
No, it was cold weather up there. There he goes. Miles it away. Goes Heredia.
Take a look at the American League Central. The Twins, 4 games over 500. Indians, half a game back, followed by Detroit, over 500. Then the Sox and the Royals. Sox are just 4 games back, so anything can happen in that division.
It's not the record that I'm looking at. It's the way we've been playing. We have been playing some good baseball. We haven't been beating ourselves. They've been busting their behinds. And when you do things like that, as you know, Wimp, you played on a lot of clubs. When you do things like that, good things are going to happen. Now, and with the stuff that we have down in the farm system, and I was listening to Belton Bill, our Chuck in that show. This is about as excited as I've heard Belton Bill in a long time.
Takes a little bit to get him going, doesn't it?
I know. But yeah, I was.
Well, I don't really know them. I don't like these guys.
But he's excited, as we all are, about going forward.
Yeah.
Underneath.
Oh, yes.
Look at the quick turn by Yolmer. Well, I'll tell you what, he's getting quicker and quicker out there turning. Rack him up. Second double play turn by our guys, and it's still 4-0.
Old ones. Look forward to Miller time later in tonight's game, brought to you by Miller Lite. And every time I think about Miller, Hawk, I think of the great Bob Uecker and those commercials that he made.
Some of the best ever.
Ever. Oh, my goodness. Hey, great seat.
Some of the best ever. There's a good story that goes along with that. When I was in Boston, I was doing commercials for Busch Beer. And they really went over well, so they called me from St. Louis, and I flew out there, and we had a meeting, and they wanted me to form what they call the Busch Posse.
Ooh.
And that was going around different major league teams and getting somebody, a personality, you know, to be a member of the Busch Posse. So obviously in Milwaukee.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be you.
Who else?
So Uecker said, fine, I'd love to. That's fouled away. So I told the agent there in Boston, I said, call him and tell him that Uecker's going to do it in Milwaukee. Well, something happened. They kept him and hawing around and talking to Uecker, him and hawing. Finally, Miller comes in and gets him.
Oh, the rest is history.
And the rest is history.
Yeah.
Those commercials were absolutely priceless.
Yeah.
As Bob Uecker is absolutely priceless.
No question. Oh, yeah.
There's a base hit. Leadoff single.
Nice job by Melky. He got himself a fastball right down the middle. Watch his head right here. Stay behind the baseball. Perfect. Hands above the ball. Nice job. And now you got the very dangerous Jose Abreu on a hot streak. Got that average up to 275 with 23 RBIs now.
Well, he just ripped that double, that RBI double back in the first inning down in the left field corner. I'm driving a lot of times in Milwaukee. I can pick him up. I love listening to you on the radio.
Oh yeah.
He's terrific. The thing about you too is that if you know him real good, you know when he's just undressing somebody because he's upset with him for making a mental mistake or something.
How many years has he been in Milwaukee? That is just.
Let me see. Wow. I played against Uke. He was a catcher.
My favorite line from his acceptance into the Hall of Fame is he couldn't believe he didn't get in as a player. And that got the biggest laugh out of all those Hall of Famers.
With that deadpan look.
That was fantastic.
I've never told this story on the air, but I'm gonna tell it tonight. Uh-oh, rack 'em up, boys.
Yep.
2 down.
Made a good pitch on him. Right in on the handle.
That's where you pitch guys when they're going good. You know, Uke was really good with the leather, not too good with the lumber.
Right.
And, you know, one of the reasons that he kept making that Milwaukee ball club. Back in those days, there was a lot of prejudice in baseball, a lot of prejudice in our country when he was playing, you know, back in the 50s. One of the reasons he made that ball club because Uke was really good with his hands. Really good. I mean, he was a tough guy. And what he would do is especially when they were on the road and he would go with some of the African American guys, and if something started, Uke took care of it.
Right.
And so he was always on that ball club because he was really good with his hands. But he was a good catcher, and make no mistake about that.
Well, it looks like Gallardo's making a much more conscious effort of pitching inside. He's got few broken bats over the last few batters.
Harvey. 1 for 1. And count 2-2. Harvey, that big 3-run homer back in the first inning. His 7th. He now has 31 driven in. That ball hit high and deep to right. Stretch! Stretch! Back at the wall. Jumps. You can put it on the board. Yes!
Oh my.
That man is so strong. That was just a high fly ball for him.
That's exactly what I thought. It was way out there, about at the 400-foot mark. Man, that is tremendous. And time now for our Ford home run replay. Second homer of the night for Avi And he's got 4 RBIs. Watch him get his hands above the ball right there and his head perfectly right behind the ball. A little bit of an inside-out swing. By that I mean his hands came out there just a hair before the barrel of the bat, and he just took advantage of that great power. Wow.
And he still had some short arms in there, too.
Did.
He did not extend.
Wow. Well, he's hit his fastball out and his curveball out tonight.
Yanks that one foul.
Oh boy. Duck, Hawk. Did you see me under the table there?
I don't bring my glove with me like you did.
I don't have to. When you're hiding under the table.
That day in Detroit, I'll never forget. All right. Solo shot by Avi, and let's take another look at it. It is 5-0 Sox.
Beer Money, presented by Coors Light, where fans' sports knowledge is put to the test to take home cash. Check out Beer Money tomorrow at 7 right here on CSN. Beer Money, good show.
Here's Freeman. Lower third of their order. Ruiz and Dyson. Mike takes a strike. He's 2 for 15 on the season. 5-5-0 for us. 0-2 and a huge 1 for them.
These guys in the bottom of the M's lineup got to be thinking they're wondering if they were going to hit tonight, did they? First time around, the Sox have gone through their lineup 1.5 times already.
Well, Dave Ross says, Hawk, check your numbers. Freeman's 2 for 28.
Ooh.
That list I saw. Yeah, he gonna make it 2 for 29.
High strike right at the top of the strike zone. He wants it high. He gets it high, and that is a strike. Just above the belt. Well, you got to take a swing at that one. Here's Chooch.
And as usual, Dave Ross is right. He is now 2 for 29.
Ooh.
Curveball strike to the veteran, 38-year-old veteran catcher, Carlos Ruiz. And the count very quickly, 0-2.
Pelfrey getting that fastball up there, 92-94 so far in this game.
He gone.
Nice breaking ball right there. Went from 94 to 82. Hard breaker right on the outside corner at the knees. Second consecutive strikeout for Pelfrey. So very quickly, 2 up, 2 down.
That ball here in the left center field. Come on. Yes, okay.
Oh.
Nice. 1-2-3 inning, couple of strikeouts. We'll go to the fourth, leading by 5. MLB All-Star Game ballot is here. Head to whitesox.com/vote to choose your hashtag ASG-worthy Sox All-Stars and send them to the All-Star Game. Presented by MasterCard on July 11th in Miami. Vote today, vote tomorrow. Vote at whitesox.com. Anderson. There's a little Kansas City special dumped into center field. So the leadoff man aboard. Tim last time up lined hard to right.
He got a breaking ball. A little bit of hang time. Just did it good enough to get over the infield. Don't want to hit it too hard. Right in front of Dyson. So again, leadoff man on. 6 hits now for the Sox.
Third time here in 4 innings we've had the leadoff man aboard, and here is Matt Davidson, struck out swinging. If you're just tuning in, 4 runs we scored in the first inning, highlighted by a 3-run homer by Avi, and then we scored a run last inning, another home run by Avi. 3-0. Still early in the game. Turn him loose.
Why not?
Taking all the way. And that's ball 4.
Well.
So here comes Omar. Struck out swinging his first trip.
Second walk issued by Gallardo. Now Omar, 203 batting average. You bunt here, Hawk?
I'd let him hit. Right now we've got Kevin. And that's into left center field. It's going to fall for a base hit. There's another Kansas City special.
Boy.
Yeah, he's going to swing that bat. I'll tell you, he is not. When he's playing on some, not every day, but regular playing time, he's not a bad hitter. He's got a good idea of the strike zone.
Well, once again, he flips it over. You see, Tim Anderson has to play it halfway with nobody out.
Yeah.
And that's all he's going to do is get that one base, even though he has outstanding speed, but he sets up a bases loaded, nobody out situation for Willie Garcia.
Willie struck out his first trip. Yeah, these young guys like this, especially when you only got 2 catchers. I'll tell you something, Kevin Smith, he's not far away from swinging that bat.
He's dangerous up there.
He is. That's a good way to put it. Yanks that one foul. But his mechanics are good. When your mechanics are good, you don't have to worry about anything behind it. You don't have to worry about that swing back there. That's the problem. Get out front. That's the solution.
Yeah.
One and one to count. That ball into center field, hit hard right at him. That's a hang Wolfham for Willie. Anderson scores, and it's a 6-0 lead. Boy, he just tattooed that one.
He sure did. But he does get an RBI for it. That thing finds a gap. That could have been a bases clearing double or triple. Just a line shot right at Dyson. So nice job of hitting it in the middle of the field on the line.
That's what you're trying to do, get that man in. And here is Yolmer. He led off the ball game with a walk, and that started a 4-run first. He also has gone out to left. Gallardo in his career, 24 games over 500. When you got you got 196 decisions and you're 24 over, you're a good major league pitcher.
Yeah. Now, I've seen him pitch some very good games.
Oh, I have to. Yeah.
3.81 career batting average is real good in the American League. ERA, excuse me.
That's too low, so it'll count. 2 balls and a strike. And that's a base hit. So they're going to hold him, and Davidson at third. That'll load him up, and that'll extend Yolmer's hitting streak to 9 games.
Gallardo's got to be wondering, what did I do wrong? This ball is not hit hard, but it's perfectly placed. You couldn't have rolled it down that third baseline because Seager was off the line. Now Davidson, not a great jump, but Heredia is playing shallow, so there was no chance to score. Might as well give Melky a chance with the bases loaded and one out. A left-hander, Overton, warming up Dylan Overton in the M's bullpen.
Well, this might be some of the most Kansas City specials we've had in a game in a while. A long one.
8 hits
That's
already.
Nice to see.
Yeah, every once in a while you got to catch a break.
Cabrera single to lead off last inning. What's that on, boys? And there's a base hit. That's going to score a pair.
Finding holes.
So it is 8-0. Wow.
There's Melky. That ball is hit very hard. He went with the pitch, playing him to pull a bit in the infield. Finds that hole. Melky looking to hit the ball up the middle in that situation with bases loaded. Nice job. So he's having a good day.
Eight runs on 9 hits. They have no runs on 2 hits. Abreu, RBI double, run scored in the first. He into a 6-4-3 double play in the third. You got the catbird seat with Avi on deck.
That Avi's got a weight problem now, doesn't he, Hawk? He can't wait to hit.
3-0.
Scott Service, not a happy camper right now. Everything is going wrong for the Mariners tonight.
For the most part, all year.
Yeah, they've had some bad luck and bad, yeah.
They got their first 4 starting pitchers now. There's one. I can't ever remember that.
Yeah, this early in the season.
This early in the season,
incredible.
losing your first 4, your 1, 2, 3, and 4 pitchers.
And if you have Gallardo slated to be their number 5 guy, although tonight, of course, is not his day, not his night, but he would be an excellent number 5 on that rotation.
That ball hit deep. Dyson back on the track. So Yolmer's going to tag, moving to third. He just missed that one.
Yeah, he did.
And here's what Avi's done in his first 2 at-bats. First inning, 2 on.
Breaking ball by Gallardo. A lot of hang time right there. He almost one-arms this one out of the ballpark. And then short, compact swing to right center field. Hawk explained that short arm swing. And that's a shot to right center. So a great night so far for Avi. And that's going to conclude it for Gallardo. A very tough outing for Giovanni.
Yes, it was. He departs, and we'll be back.
Ryan Hayes, our White Sox insider all season long on CSNCChicago.com. Presented by The Great Escape. Pools, patio furniture, hot tubs, and more. Escape your everyday. Shop The Great Escape. And our Hyundai call to the pen. The lefty, Dylan Overton. No record. 5.14 earned run average in 14 innings. He has punched out 8 while walking 2. So, Gallardo gone. Well, what a tough outing for him. He'll be back, though. He's a good pitcher. He stays healthy, and the Mariners, once they regroup with those 4 starters coming back, they should have a very formidable team. And then that right fielder, Haniger, has been hurt for a long time, too. And Cano,
getting ready to say, when Cano gets in there, it's going to change that whole offense around as well. So, Overton, 25-year-old southpaw out of Clinton, Oklahoma. 6'2", 172 pounds they got him listed as. And here is Avi. 3-run homer and a solo shot. He now has 8 home runs and 32 driven in.
Well, we showed you that all-star ballot. You got to vote for this guy.
This guy right now might be. There's a shot, base hit.
Oh my goodness.
Get through, it will.
Lordy, 2 runs.
Now they're going to wave him around. Here's a throw. Good throw is going to get him. No, he's safe. Attaboy. 2 more cross. It is 10-0. 2 more RBIs for Javi. Wow.
Melky was digging. He didn't waste any time. It didn't look like that bad of a pitch. He just went out and got that one and hit a rocket. Look at the head down on contact. Almost one-armed that one. And look at this thing skid all the way to the fence. The relay and Segura's throw just offline as the milkman delivers.
6 RBIs, a career high now for Javi. But I was just getting ready to say, when he got that double, if you had to vote right now, he's the MVP. Not just on the All-Star team.
Wow.
He's the MVP.
34 runs batted in. Boy, he's closing in on the league lead in that category tonight. Look at this play. Wow.
But crooked number, a big crooked number goes up on that board. We lead it 10-0.
Gosh.
home to Bedford Park and win big. So to get your tickets, visit whitesox.com. 10-0 Sox. Top of the order, Segura takes first pitch strike. He grounded out to second. His first trip, as I mentioned, he had a 17-game hitting streak snapped last evening when Jose Quintana was just awesome. There's a chopper, 2 hopper. 1 out. Look at this, Wimpy.
How about that, Hawk?
World War II vet.
What a time he's having. And the thing is, watch him run off the field. He could pinch run for me anytime.
I'm telling you.
I mean, he has to be
But
90 plus. There you go.
And he's running easy. Easy. A little labor
Wow.
in that run.
The great generation represented right there.
Breaking
The
ball
greatest.
strike to Gamble. Gamble singled. We have 10 runs on 10 hits. They have no runs on just 2 hits off Pelfrey.
Nice
Put the
little
string on
changeup.
it. Taking some other scores for you. Giants have scored 3 times in the top of the 13th inning at St. Louis. They lead 3-0. D-backs shutting out San Diego 8-0. That's the top of the 4th out at Petco. Final from Oakland, the A's beat Boston 8-3. Boston now 21-21. Pittsburgh beats the Phillies 6-3 at PNC. Melky, yes. What a beautiful play by Cabrera.
He got a nice jump on that one. Played it, and that was slicing away from him by the left-handed bat. So good concentration, and here comes the dive. Oh, he's scampering around those bases too. He's had a heck of a night.
Oh yeah. Here's Cruz. He's been to plate one time. He just hammered it to Anderson is short. There's a curveball strike. They turned that into a 6-4-3 double play. It was a rocket off the bat of Nelson Cruz.
Fooled him there on a slider.
Cruz the last 4 years is at 43, 44, 40, 27. He's good.
Mm-hmm. Good average hitter too. 307 as he stands at home plate.
Well, he's a 275 lifetime power hitter.
Yeah, I thought it'd be higher than that. Yeah.
That's good. But that's good for a
Oh
power
yeah.
hitter. He can hit them as far as anybody. Cruz got one of those, what you call live bats.
Mm-hmm.
You know, see too many what you call live bats from big guys. He's big. He's got some shoulders on him. Most of the time, they're sort of lanky guys who got those live bats.
He's got real strong hands now. I shook his hand yesterday, and boy.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah. He gone, but first rule in baseball, you got to catch the ball and watch this.
Stars inside the Sox organization as they prepare for the big stage. White Sox Cornerstones presented by Ozinga. 2 half-hour specials premiere Monday at 7 exclusively on CSN.
Good rip by Anderson here, leading off the 5th. 10 runs on 10 hits for the good guys. No runs on 2 hits for Seattle. Yank foul. A little quick, got it off the end of the bat. Maybe broke it. Yes, he did.
What a night so far for Avi Garcia. Came in 4th in the league in batting average at .342. Now he's got 3 hits, so he's really closing in on
.355. He said.
.350. Oh, he's leading the league then. And he's 2nd in RBIs now, 2 behind Cruz, Nelson Cruz. 36 to 34.
Well, for the first month and a half now, he's MVP.
Yeah.
American League. So 1 out. And a reminder, the 2017 White Sox are presented by Guaranteed Rate. So for a low mortgage rate and incredible customer service, go to rate.com. Guaranteed Rate. Great mortgage. Good people. A couple people from there. Nice people. Davidson struck out, walked, and scored.
Hawk, is this one of those days for the bullpen? This for Dylan Overton? Is he got to bite a bullet and pitch more innings than he's supposed to?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what his status is. You know, he's got service and the pitching coach Mel Stottlemyre, the only 2 guys. Yes, but yes, normally, your dadgum right.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to bite it.
Day
Eat
game
up those
tomorrow.
innings.
Whoa.
There's our World War II veteran. Boy, is he spry or what?
Yes, he is.
Well, you know, maybe when you and I played, especially me, because I'm a lot older than you are, but when we played, first man out, that was usually the 25th man on the club. The way the game is today, first man out is a very important member of the ball club, because with some of the offenses that these teams have, you got to have somebody come in and eat up innings and hope besides that hold them down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Usually, I would say the majority of the time when I played in my time zone, when they brought first man out, you're probably going to lose that ball game. That is not necessarily the case today. Omar 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Seager. And that'll do it. We're halfway home. We lead 10-0. Nothing Sox lead. Third of this 4-game set. Conclusion tomorrow. And that game also will be right here on CSN Chicago. Seager takes strike one. That's high and deep into center field, but we got a man there. And join us as the Sox take on the Tigers on Saturday, May 27th at 1:10. Now the first 20,000 fans will receive a White Sox photo book presented by CSN. In that photo book, you can take a look back at the Sox in the 90s with images featuring all-time greats like the Big Hurt Frank Thomas, The Rock, Tim Raines, Bo Jackson, and much, much more. So get your tickets today by visiting whitesox.com or call 866-SOX-GAME. Taylor Motter went out 1 to 4. His first trip, and that game tomorrow, Derek Holland on the bump for us. Boy, he is fun to watch.
Well, he's
You
healthy.
liked him when he was.
I did
Texas.
like him. Yeah.
You had to. And now he's healthy. I'll tell you, I love to watch him. He loves to pitch inside. He is aggressive with tremendous mound presence. Then after the game tomorrow, it's off to Phoenix. That's up high. Phoenix, we're going to run Gonzalez, Covey, and Quintana out there against the D-backs. And they have not announced their pitching rotation yet. It's in the right field, and it's going to fall for a base hit.
Kind of got in on him, but he hit it to the right spot, right down the right field line. So Mike, runner at first and one out. Talk about the D-backs, Hawk. They've been playing really good baseball so far. They're 7 games over 500, soon to be 8. Just a little jam shot right there. They're way ahead of San Diego, so they will be 8 games over 500.
Yeah, they're leading 8-0, bottom of the 5th. Heredia get into a 6-4-3 double play.
I felt that one.
Checking some other action. Tampa Bay once again beat the Yankees. This time they beat them 9-5. Tampa Bay now has won 4 in a row. The Yankees lost 3 in a row. 2-0. As I mentioned, Milwaukee against the Cubs in Chicago. That game rained out. Same for Kansas City at Minnesota. Baltimore beat Toronto 7-5 at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. There's a strike. Tigers beat the Rangers 9-3 at Comerica. Mets over the Angels 7-5 at Citi Field. Well, what are you talking about? Mets and the Angels, that have been 2 crippled up clubs this year.
Yeah.
That's in the center field. That's chemical.
Mark, who do you think, what are your biggest surprises so far in the season, whether positive and negative?
Well, negative has got to be, to me, the Mets, because of all the injuries they've had. And they don't have David Wright, who's a great player.
Right.
Those pitchers have been falling like flies up there, so the Mets would be the. But look at Wimpy. Just look at all the injuries. I mean, it's just. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's hard
it's
to
insane.
judge. Hard to judge teams. I would say Miami, from a negative standpoint. I mean, good grief, coming into this game, they're 14-27 with a lot of talent. And I think my biggest surprise on the positive side would be Houston.
Well, Houston is to me is not. I can't say it's a surprise because they are really young and they are really talented. I mean, Keuchel's having a great year for him. He's a left-handed burly for Houston.
Yeah,
His throw's about 6 inches quicker.
That's right.
Maybe a foot
Good call.
quicker. But no, they've got a good thing going down there, Houston. Second base and shortstop combination, not all bad.
Oh, they're wonderful.
Springer's doing some of the stuff that he should be doing. He's a very talented guy.
Well, the Rockies are 11 games over 500 too. That must come as a bit of a surprise. Buddy Black.
I think they're more negatives than there are positives, only because of injuries.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
It's not that guys are playing bad baseball. They just don't have the horses.
Yeah, when your best guys are watching.
Huh?
When your best guys are watching.
Yeah. Pokes that one into. That's foul. Thank you. Freeman struck out his first trip, but yeah, I think the parity in baseball is phenomenal. I really do. You know, I think it's as big. That's the wrong way to frame it. I think there's as much parity in baseball now as I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, a lot of teams are equal, but you just don't find that one great team. It's hard to pay that one great team, for one thing.
To me, if you had to define one team, the best team in baseball right now, I think it's the Cubs.
Wow.
I picked them in 15 to win their division, and I picked them last year to win everything. And I picked them again this year to win everything. They're good. They're young, and they're going to be around a while. And that, I'll tell you what, I said it last year, and I'll say it again. Jerry Reinsdorf is not going to sit on his behind and let those guys dominate the great city of Chicago. He's trying to spend $25 or $30 million to get this kid from Cuba, because that's popped up. So the bad inning for Mike Pelfrey this year, and every one of his starts has been the fifth, and he gets through it, and we lead it 10-0.
Talk podcast. I sit down with Chuck Garfien and talk about my illustrious career. That won't take long. Flip phones and broadcasting along the great Hawk Harrelson. Plus Ryan McGuffey and Chris Kamka on the sudden rise of Leori Garcia and much more. Check out the White Sox podcast today. Flip phones, I love them.
Well, all of those
we don't get much
people out there who don't know my partner Wimper Brew, he's got a mantra that he lives by, and that mantra is if you pay for it, it costs too much.
Well, I read what they wrote.
Segura with that gun.
Wow.
Yeah, he's playing.
Great play. He hasn't quit. That left side of the infield has made some terrific plays, even though they're down 10-0. There's a in-between hop Segura, the backhand, the solid throw. And he nails a speedy Willie Garcia at first base.
Man, I just got a text in between inning there when I said that I thought the Cubs were the best team in baseball, and they're not going any for a while. Explain why, what you were talking about, Reinsdorf. Jerry's not going to sit on his behind and let the Cubs dominate. I mean, it's just that simple. So am I happy that the Cubs are, in my opinion, the best team in baseball? No. But on the other side of the page, to a degree I am, because it's going to cause us to have to get better. And we are getting better. We are now, we've been voted, especially if they sign this young Cuban kid, the best young talent in all of baseball.
Wow. Says a lot.
Oh,
and the future is going to be, it's not in the distant future either.
It's going to be in the next couple of years. It's going to be fun watching this club grow, develop, and then watch all these good young players that Rick Hahn's going out. And God, what he did with the two pieces of the puzzle, and Adam Eaton and Chris Sale, what he got, it's phenomenal. Two out, 0-1 to count. Cabrera, 2 for 3, 2 RBIs and a run scored.
Milky with that RBI last night, the game winner in the 10th inning. That average at 243 as we speak, and that's going to rise a lot once he gets hot.
That ball is absolutely smoked, and Seager made it look easy. Meanwhile, 1, 2, 3. 3 ground balls, and it is still 10-0 good guys.
Report presented by Ozinga. Last night, Michael Kopech, who came over from Boston in that Chris Sale trade, pitched very well last night versus Tennessee. 7 innings, gave up just 3 hits, 1 run. He punched out 8 and 2 walks this season. He's doing very well. 145 opponent's batting average.
He's got a tremendous upside. I like his slider. I mean, he can throw 100. I mean, he can go over 100. I like his slider. And one of the reasons I like it so much too is that because of that gas he's got, he's not going to have to throw it that much.
Yeah. Woo. Now you look at it as him as a starting pitcher.
Yeah, or if you need it, closer. To me, the closer is more important than the starter.
Yeah. Those last couple of outs are really tough to get now.
A lot of guys can't, and he's got a good makeup too for it. A lot of guys can't get the 25th, 6th, and 7th outs. Ruiz, there's a base hit. It's going to go to the wall. So the leadoff double.
Boy, that grass must really be cut short out there in the outfield. Fast infield here too in Seattle. Chooch goes with this pitch, little inside-out action, hands before the barrel of the bat, but it splits the defenders perfectly all the way to the wall, and he's going to stop at second. Leadoff double.
So here's Dyson. Well, we talked about it a little bit last night. You know, a general manager's job is to try to build a ball club that he can give a manager, a team, and a bullpen that he can manage a 6-inning game. The starter can go out there and be terrific. And you can have a lead, but if you can't get somebody to close it out, if you don't have a good bullpen, you're going to lose.
A lot of the time, a lot more times than you should.
Okay, you got the out. One down. And you can see your name in lights at an upcoming White Sox game. Celebrate a birthday, anniversary, and more with a scoreboard message. Proceeds benefit White Sox charity. So to book your message, visit whitesox.com/scoreboard. Jeff Chanel and his crew will take care of you.
They've been around a long time.
Do a great job. Absolute great job. Segura.
72 on that one, really changing speeds nicely, going from a high of about 95 to a 72 right here. Kind of flips this one up there, and Segura can't hold up. Great location, though.
Well, Pelfrey, as I mentioned, last time out against the Angels. That umpire doesn't miss that 3-2 pitch to Laban. He gets out of that one. He was just terrific through 4 1/3. Then on the other side of that page, you say, well, he's going to pitch over. And you're right when you say that. But that's easier said than done sometimes.
Great numbers so far. Just 4 hits, no walks, 3 strikeouts.
Tom Seaver, the great Hall of Famer, who I think still to this day has the highest percentage of votes to get in Cooperstown. He and I used to talk to him a lot about pitching. We had him over here for you youngsters who did not know, but he was a great pitcher. Checks it up. And to count 2-2. I asked him, I said, what happens when you get an umpire back there that's squeezing you? He goes, huh? He said, early on it really just tore me up. I couldn't get over it. He said, it bothered me. He said, then I learned. And I started saying to myself, I'm not going to let that guy beat me. He said, and that changed the whole thing.
Great.
He said, I'm not going to let that guy beat me. Chopper 2 hopper. So the run scores, and it's a 10-1 Sox lead.
Well, they haven't had much to cheer about, and there's one of the few things. Ground ball to shortstop. Ruiz scores, and they finally get on the board.
So here's Gamble. 1 for 2, a single, and then he was robbed of a base hit on a super catch by Cabrera in left field. You get to the ballpark
nice.
today?
2:15-ish.
We left the hotel. It took us a long time. They said there's in the stadium, football stadium right next to us, had a soccer game.
Yes.
And they said, one guy said they had over 60,000.
Yeah, they love soccer here.
And they won the championship last year, I believe. And we had to find out. In fact, Pat, our bus driver, told me yesterday, he said tomorrow's going to be a different story because the soccer game. But boy, was it ever. That traffic was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Pelfrey was on the bus.
Yeah, 2 o'clock. It was in the middle of the game, so the fans were still in the stands.
Right. That's a fair ball. They get on the board, but another nice inning right there for Pelfrey. Win to the 7th, leading by 9.
Statcast right now, and it's Jose Abreu. Good Lord have mercy. That ball was just killed to left center field. And here's some numbers for you. Longest home runs by a White Sox player since 2015. Abreu at Minnesota, 465. Avi at Detroit last year, and Jose Abreu just last night, 464. Those are monstrous shots. What's the longest ball you ever hit, Hawkaroo?
That they measured?
Yeah.
503.
Whoa.
But I had a couple further than that. They measured one in Kansas City. I hit a 503.
Okay. That's at the old ballpark,
yeah.
Right?
Municipal Stadium. It was 356 down the line
Yes,
with
it was.
With a 27-foot wall.
Home run paradise, right?
It was 401 in left center with a 27-foot wall.
Yeah.
It was 23-foot wall, excuse me. And then 427 to center with a 27-foot wall.
Well, you pretty much had to hit it 500 feet to get out of there then.
I will say one thing,
Amazing.
though. The ball carried good.
Did it?
Yeah.
Jeez.
It doesn't carry good in this ball, in Kauffman Stadium, but it carried,
Right.
it carried good in the old ballpark.
Huh. The longest and hardest ball I've ever seen hit in my life was Willie Stargell hit one in the parking lot at Dodger Stadium in right center field.
I saw a picture of that, and I couldn't hardly believe
Unbelievable.
it.
Andy Messersmith just laughed.
So there he flips one. There's a Kansas City special for him. He'll pull up with a single. He is now 2 for 4.
Man, he just gets eaten up inside. But look at that. That's short arms for you.
Well, Edgar and I were talking about it yesterday, and Edgar Martinez, who was going to get his number retired here, and then pretty soon he's going to be in Cooperstown.
I agree.
He was a great hitter. Not a good hitter. He wasn't in that top tier with those 4 guys I mentioned, but he was right in the next tier. He went in there with Pujols and Big Frank, Manny Ramirez and Miguel Cabrera, but he was right underneath them.
It was a shame he got hurt, so he wasn't able to play defensively.
Yeah.
He had an injury in spring training one year.
Yeah, it's something to do with sand.
Yes. Yeah, it was sand. Yeah, a bad field they played on that they probably shouldn't have played the game.
Yeah. Avi. 3-run homer in the first, solo homer in the third, 2-run double in the fourth, if you're just tuning in. He was the first hitter and there's another base hit. That's to the wall.
Come on. Another RBI.
Got a hole in on the double.
Wow. What a night.
What a player.
That is just a rocket, barely out of the reach of Segura, the second baseman, and went all the way to the wall. That's his 9th double.
Well, you've heard me say it, Wimpy, in all my years with the White Sox, he's the most talented 5-tool prospect we've ever had.
Oh, my goodness. Boy, that is a great swing. His head was behind the ball, a little bit out in front, and he almost one-armed this thing into that gap. All the way to the fence. Come on, Todd. Boy, Seager took a base hit away from him and an RBI his last time up.
Boot Powell's in left now. Already has moved over from left to center. There's Guillermo. There's the Bootmeister. There's a base hit, that a boy. That's going to knock in a pair. So Ty will pick up RBIs number 16 and 17. And it's 12-1.
Don't you know Jose Oquendo's got to be wondering, where were all these runs yesterday? See, he just muscles
Jose
this
Oquendo.
one. Did I say Oquendo? Quintana. Get a little punchy here. Well, maybe Jose will play a little bit, but Quintana, he's wondering, where are all these runs when he's pitching?
Ball gets through the wickets. Oh, Todd will just trot on down to second. Yeah, that trade. That's a wild pitch. That trade, that three-way deal with Detroit, Boston.
Yes.
Peavy involved. I said then, 50 years from now, that might go down as the greatest trade the White Sox ever made. Getting Avi Garcia.
Wow. Well, he wasn't getting an opportunity to play in Detroit because of the numbers.
Right.
Man. Well, he is a classic 5-tool guy. You talk about all the elements of the game.
And if you had a 6-tool in there, it'd be a teammate. And he's classic there,
wow,
too.
That's great.
Yeah. But that was a typical Quintana game as far as, I don't know, 62nd, 3rd, no decision in his career.
Isn't that amazing? Mr. Lucky. Not.
Yeah, if he didn't have any bad luck, he wouldn't have any luck at all.
You're right.
2-2. Anderson is 1 for 3. We've had some guys here been here since '82. We've had guys here that look. I'll tell you, a guy that looked like he was going to be a 5-tool player was Kenny Williams.
Yes. Yeah.
He could run, he could throw, he was powerful. He could do it all.
Yeah.
Joe McIlvaine, who was the general manager of the Mets, used to call me every day. How can I get Kenny Williams from you? A lot of clubs thought Kenny was the best #1 prospect in baseball. I'll tell you another guy that had a chance to be a 5-tool player. It never worked out. Brian Anderson. But not to the degree of Kenny or not to the degree of Avi.
Well, you talked about Darryl Boston, too, the other night.
Oh, Darryl Boston. He could run, he could throw, hit it as far as anybody. But Avi, by far, is the #1 5-tool prospect.
There's Debo, the first base coach for the Sox.
Boy, I'm telling you, he's the best knuckleball hitter I ever saw.
And Debo, not the Dibber, not Dibzinski. Charlie Huff used to say, Dibzinski's not playing tonight, is he?
This Dibber, boy, there's a blast in the past.
Thank you.
Davidson. Here's Davidson. Pick him up.
When you're talking about knuckleballs, you're talking about the Dibber.
12 runs, 13 hits, no errors for us. 1 run, 4 hits, and 1 error for them. You know, they just voted the best free agent pickup in the history of the White Sox. Did you know who that was?
I would have to say it would be my old teammate Pudge, the Carlton Fisk.
That's who it was.
Good sign. Uh-oh.
Way back. He looks up.
Man.
You can put it on the board. Yes. Yes. Number 8 for Matt. He now has 21 RBIs and very limited playing time, Wimpy.
That's pretty darn good. Good power numbers as we speak.
Well, he's got a chance. We talked about that.
Yeah, our Ford home run replay shows good swing right there. Look at that head down on contact, back heel off the ground. All the elements of power, and he's a strong man. Got out of here easily.
What I like about his chances, he's got good mechanics. So you don't have to work on those. You got to work on approach now. Once you get good mechanics, there are some guys you got to help because they got a flaw. So we talked about Darryl. Boston had a flaw in his swing, you know. But once they mechanics are good, as that ball is ripped by Omar foul, then you have to start working on approach. Yeah, Matt's got good mechanics. He's got a chance. He's got a chance to do some real damage. Nice play by Segura. That's a hang Wolfham for Omar.
He killed it.
But 4 more across the board, and it is 14-1. Oh, check that. I thought that was the 3rd out. It's still 14-1. 2 outs or 3 outs.
Segura has made 3 really good plays, and Seager has 2. The left side of the infield hasn't given up for the Mariners, that's for sure.
Willie fouls that one back. In case you're just tuning in, we scored 4 in the 1st, 1 in the 3rd, 5 in the 4th, and 4 here in the 7th.
Well, no activity in the Mariner bullpen, so as we talked about earlier, it looks like Dylan Overton is going to have to bite the proverbial bullet.
Yeah, when Abreu hit that soft single in the right field to start this inning off, that was the first guy he faced was Ivy, who had that 2-run double. And then he retired 7 in a row up until Abreu got that Kansas City special.
Well, the Sox can do no wrong tonight. 14 hits to go with those 14 runs. Season high.
Full count. And that's foul. And a reminder, have you ever wanted the chance to enjoy a picnic in the outfield of Guaranteed Rate Field? Meet 2017 White Sox team members and talk to White Sox alumni. Well, now's your chance, because you can join us on Sunday, June 25th for Picnic in the Park, and all proceeds benefit a great cause, White Sox Charity. So to get your tickets, visit whitesoxcharities.org. That's way back. He just looks up. I mean, this one is really deep. You can put it on the board. Yes. Another very talented youngster, 24 years old.
Man. And once again, our Ford drive of the game. The home run replay. Oh, he got all of that one. Shows you how strong he is. Good Lord. It disappears into the night sky, into the blues.
Well, Willie is 24 years old. He's got 8 years of experience in the minor leagues. So he's had his learning process. He can run. He definitely can throw. And he's got, as you just saw, big time power. So the only thing Mel Stottlemyre Jr. is saying, hey, how you feel? Can you give me a little bit more?
Yeah. That's his first major league home run, and that is a happy young man.
It's just amazing how much good young talent our White Sox team has.
Why not? He doesn't care. Silencio. They did congratulate him afterwards, fans. It wasn't all that bad.
15-1. And there's a base hit by Yolmer. Picks up his second hit. He's 2 for 4. You know, Wimpy, I didn't think, I was asked, they asked me last year, Hawk, you've been here a long time. Do you think the Sox are going to tear it down and start over again? I really didn't think they were going to do it. I really did.
Wow.
And I was so happy when Reinsdorf made that decision. So let's do it. And they got a plan, and I'll tell you what, they're going to stick to that plan, because that's how to play. And right now, as I said, top, not the 3 top, but 3 top publications that I've read, 2 of them have us as the #1 with the best #1 prospects and best young prospects in baseball, and the other one has a second.
Wow. That's not the way it used to be.
No, we were always 26th, 27th,
Yeah.
28th. And one year we were last, not too long ago.
Very interesting.
And a lot of that due to the scouts, boy, because they're the ones that had to scout these guys and tell Hahn, Rick, we'd like to have these guys, and he got them. So your scouts had to be, you know. That's foul back. Nick Hostetler and the crew. Just foul.
They're hanging out some ropes now. 15 runs on 16 hits. Sox have caught the ball very well tonight. Well, that one error just set everything off, didn't it, in the first inning?
One pitch, one error can change the whole dynamic of the ball.
Well, and it just happened to be early in this one.
Yeah.
Second batter of the game.
An error. An error when he's talking about. Yolmer led off the ball game with a walk. And then Cabrera was the next hitter. Here's the 2-2. Cabrera was the next hitter and hit what should have been a double play ball. And it was booted. And if you missed it, poof. Keon Shahi, our producer's got it. Here it is. This has got to be a double play right here.
Yeah.
Everybody's safe, and we went on to score 4. So that'll retire the side, but how about this? Willie Garcia's first major league home run.
Series versus the Mariners coverage begins at 2:30 with White Sox pregame live, or stream the game on NBC Sports app or at csnchicago.com. How about some defense? Not so fortunate with the Mariners in that first inning fumble, but right here, look at this one. 6-4-3 ham and jam. That got the Sox out of the first inning, and here's the one in the second inning. So 2 double plays early in the ball game set the stage. Now look at the milkman. Melky Cabrera diving, saves a base hit right there. So Mike Pelfrey had a tremendous outing, going 6 solid innings, and Gregory Infante comes in 2 games, got the high earned run average, pitching an inning and a third, 2 walks and a strikeout. So Gregory trying to hold him right there and get Mike Pelfrey his first win as a White Sox.
Well, these 15 runs that we have scored tonight are the most we have ever scored in this ballpark. We scored 14 back September 22nd, 1990.
How old is this ballpark?
Well, I should say in Seattle.
Oh, in Seattle. Okay, because that would have to be Kingdom.
Yeah. Seattle. Most we've ever scored in Seattle.
I remember when coming to that Kingdom, and remember when they signed Ken Griffey Jr. and he took batting practice. I thought he was going to be playing in that game at the Kingdom.
Ate him up.
Oh boy.
Ate him up. And he just couldn't get there in time.
The two best hitters on the field that night were Ken Griffey Jr., who was 17, just signed out of Moeller High School in Cincinnati, and Frank Thomas.
I'll tell you what. Junior was the prettiest player I've ever seen. Everything was graceful.
Well, he had it. His mechanics were perfect when he signed. That was amazing. He never changed his stance once.
Right.
He looked exactly the same at 17 and when he retired 20 years later.
Yeah, you very seldom see a right-hander that you say is a pretty player. Now, there was one, and that guy's name was Al Kaline.
Mm-hmm.
Hall of Famer from the Tigers for you youngsters out there.
Well, Griffey was so graceful. He
That's
wasn't the fastest guy in the world. Just, oh my goodness, power, and was a great defensive player with a strong arm too. I mean, there was nothing he couldn't do on a baseball field.
And he had sneaky speed. He called it Bayou speed. That's what he called it. Bayou. That's what he said.
I believe anything he says.
2 words, not one.
He blew by you.
That's right.
Yeah, how about that dash he made at the Kingdom to score from first base? I think it was Edgar to win the playoff game. It was against the Yankees, I believe. Great base runner.
High pop up. This one is playable. Now Yolmer calls off Rayu. And a reminder, MLB.TV Premium is back and better than ever. You can watch every out-of-market regular season game live on over 400 supported devices. Plus get a free subscription to AdBet Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout and other restrictions apply, so visit MLB.TV for details. Here's Seager. Did you ever see Junior swing a golf club?
I have not.
One of the prettiest swings you ever want to see, as you would suspect.
Yeah. He is left-handed golfer. That
Yeah.
That sounds crazy, but
Yeah. I don't know how much golf he didn't live too far from us in Orlando, but I don't know how much golf he's playing now. But I watched him on the range one day. We were getting ready to play, and he was there. I watched him hit about 8 or 10 3-woods. And Wimpy, you would have thought he had just won the Masters. That's how pretty it was. And I mean, he's hit them dead solid. Probably carried them 270, 275. There's another high pop up. Anderson taking charge.
well, you can see a good live arm, and Infante got a couple of good fastball hitters to hit the ball straight up in the air in Cruz and Seager.
So here is Motter. What a job by Belfry. Wow. His numbers don't show it, but he has pitched better than those numbers show.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the last 3 outings.
Well, ERA at 5.7 coming into this ballgame. Of course, that's going to go down considerably.
And that's popped up high. Stay in here. It won't. 2-1 to count. Sox 4 home runs in this ball game, 2 by Javi Garcia. Sox now with 45 home runs. Came in hitting at 241. There's a base hit. And of course that 241 is going to go up appreciably.
Anderson almost makes the play here. Moderick goes out and kills this one. Line shot. Just out of the reach of Timmy.
On the count. Ready. 0 for 2. 6-4-3 double play and fly out to center. Good pitch, did not get it. So they were not holding him on. If we're not, go ahead and take it.
Sure.
I don't care what the score is. They mentioned Baltimore beat Toronto 7-5 at Camden Yards. Detroit over Texas 9-3 at Comerica. In 13 innings, Giants beat the Cardinals 3-1 in St. Louis. Another pop-up.
Oh boy.
So Willie comes on, takes charge, makes the catch. That'll retire the side. We're into the 8th, leading big.
Now at eclicklending.com. eClick is located in Chicagoland and is rated A+ by the Better Business Bureau. eClick Lending, boom! Your mortgage just happened.
So here's Abreu. Ivy on deck and Frazier in the hole.
He's biting a bullet, Hawk. Overton is.
It's high and deep in the center field, but They got a man.
He just missed 2 home runs tonight in that very spot. Jose Abreu did, even though he's having a fine night. Curveball, he waited back nicely. Almost hit it out the dead center.
I mentioned we were hitting 241 coming in. Now it's up to 246, which is you got to have a big night to make sure.
Yeah.
Your team batting average 5 points in one game. When you're talking about middle of May. Well, here's 4 of those 16 hits. 2 homers, a double, and then another double. 2 homers, 2 doubles. Oh.
He took a cut.
Yeah, he did.
Boy, so fast. Those hands are so quick going through there.
And that's pop up right side, and it's going to be playable.
Yep.
And Sox fans, StubHub. Well, StubHub is your ticket to once-in-a-lifetime experiences, from Chicago White Sox games to amazing concerts and shows you don't want to miss. StubHub, your ticket out. StubHub, the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of our White Sox. 2 down. It's tied. 2 for 4, 2 RBIs. Takes first pitch strike. Cleveland shuts out Houston 3-0. 3-hitter. Clevenger, the winner over Fires. Another pop-up. Boy, you've had a lot of pop-ups.
A lot of line drives, too.
Yeah, there have been that.
A few bombs. Every time I see that, read a word boom, I always think of that story about Rick Sutcliffe giving up a home run in Pittsburgh. Boom, there goes the cannon. Celebrate a Pirate home run. Gets another ball, second pitch of the inning. Boom, the guy hits a home run to dead center. Boom goes the cannon. And pitching coach for the Cubs, Billy Connors, goes out there to talk to Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe says, "Get out of here, Billy. I know what I'm doing." Billy says, "Sorry, Sut. They sent me out here. They got to reload that cannon." And that'll do it.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 8th. Leading big.
Safeco Field for the White Sox. Dan Jennings comes in. 19 appearances, 2-1, a 5.4 earned run average. He has worked 13 in the third innings, given up 19 hits. He has struck out 9 as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Mariners will have their bottom third of the order to face Dan here in the 8th.
Here's Mike Freeman. 0 for 2, a strikeout and a pop up to left field. And we are just getting it over our social media here that indeed this by John Heyman says Luis Robert has a deal with the White Sox.
Wow, that's big.
Well, he's ranked the number 2 international prospect. It doesn't give the amount, but you got to know it's a lot. Wow. And the beat goes on. These prospects just keep firing into our organization. Man. One-two pitch. 15-1, our guys on top. If you're just tuning in. Three and two. And that's going to kick foul. Finale tomorrow. Eric Holland on the bump for us. Begins to be announced for them. And that game right back here on CSN Chicago. Then after the game, it's off to Phoenix for 3 with the D-backs. Up high. Ball 4. I'll bring up the veteran receiver, Carlos Ruiz, who has struck out, doubled, and scored the only Mariner run.
Chris Beck warming up for the Sox in the bullpen, the right-hander.
There's a strike. And the count 1-2. Just tuning in, we scored 4 in the first, 1 in the third, 5 in the fourth, and another 5 spot in the seventh. 15-1. Most runs the Sox have ever scored here in Seattle.
Wow,
Can
they're going to turn it. They sure did.
Yes. I tell you, Sanchez just getting better and better and quicker, turning a double play.
Well, that was some fast hands, too, by Tim Anderson. I didn't think that.
Yeah,
of course, with Chooch running, he's no run too fast. He charges it, gives him a nice feed, and, boy, you're right. Sanchez gets some very quick hands. Just barely touches his glove. That's what happens when you put your hands together. You come across that bag, you don't have to find the ball in your glove. It's right there for you.
Third double play of the evening.
6-4-3 times 3.
So here's Powell. Watch out. .30 pitch. Second walk issued by Jennings.
That can't make Don Cooper very happy. You know, 15-1, 15-run ball game. Just throw it in there and see what happens early on.
So here's Segura. Powell will walk on down into second. That will not be a stolen base. Indifference. Segura 0 for 3. Now 4. 3 tonight and broke that 17-game hitting streak last evening. There's a strike. Pick and peg. Wow. That'll do it. We're into the ninth. Leading by 14.
A lot of them this evening. It's Miller time. You see Avi Garcia hitting a 3-run homer. That was in the first inning. His next at bat, he goes deep to right center on a fastball. The first one was on a curve. He had 4 hits in the game. There's number 3, a bullet to left center. Look at this short, compact swing. Head down, absolutely perfect. Nice follow through. And we go to the 9th, and guess who's pitching? Mr. Freeman. Started at second base and throws a 67-mile-an-hour fastball first pitch. Mike Freeman.
Anderson, 1 for 4 in the game. Takes all 1, so the count 1-1.
You ever pitch in a game?
No.
In a professional game?
No.
I haven't either.
I wanted to a couple times, and no dice.
Mm-hmm.
They've
There's
a
a knock.
base hit.
Well, not the perfect throwing motion, but he looks kind of like an infielder. He does it. That's because he is an infielder. Nice swing by Timmy. Yeah, I'll tell you, you still got to hit it. Don't care if it's a BP fastball or not.
Overton's going to get a lot of pats on the back for going out there and eating up 4 2/3 innings.
Wow. 4 2/3 tough innings.
Yeah.
Boy, it's one of those nights for the Mariners. They just, nothing went right from the get-go, from the first inning, from the second hitter of the game. So we talked about that error that should have been a double play.
Just opened everything up for
Yep.
4 on first.
How can you not call that pitch a strike?
And there's the base hit.
Man. That's 18 hits for the Sox. That team batting average is going up there, Hawksler.
Yep. Yes, it is. Probably up to 246.5.
At least.
Yeah.
Omar's 1 for 4. Single in the 4th. He has scored a run.
Narvaez's 1 for 4 last time. Hit a line shot. Segura made a good play on.
Todd's having a good night. He is really coached well this evening, don't you think?
Yeah.
He'll tell you that too.
And the count 3-1. And there's a base hit. Hold the runner. That'll load him up.
Willie Garcia's last time up hit his first major league home run. Off Dylan Overton, got something pretty much middle in and just crushed it to left field. And there's his celebration, his victory dance. No one acknowledges it, and then.
So Willie went for 3. Couple RBIs.
Oh boy.
That's deep, but they got a guy there. As Anderson scores. So the third RBI for Willie. (16-1), and here's Yolmer. Yolmer's 2 for 4. A walk, sacrifice fly, 2 singles. And there's a line drive into left that nobody's going to be able to do anything. So 2 down.
That was a great inside-out swing. No reward for it, though. Good changeup.
Did you ever hit off a position player?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
I did, and I can't remember who it was. I know he struck me out. I was swinging so far.
Way out in front. Yeah, you figure that's it. Now Melky's down 0-2 as he got that up to 75.
(16, 19, and 0 for us. If you're just joining us, 1-5-1 for them. Sox trying to take a 2-1 lead in this series. We lost the opener 5-4 after trailing 4-0. We came back to tie it up, and then they won it 5-4. And last night, Quintana was just outstanding as he did not get the win, and that's into center field. That's a can of corn. So we pick up 1, go to the bottom of the 9th, leading by 15.
Travel Wisconsin, who reminds you to have some fun. Plan your trip today at travelwisconsin.com. Well, tomorrow's the final game of this series against the Mariners, and then the Sox go to Phoenix to play the Diamondbacks. They're a good team this year, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. CSN, WGN, and CSN, respectively, in those telecasts. And then they have an off day. Sox have an off day on Thursday. Friday, it's a doubleheader against the Tigers of Detroit on Friday, and then Saturday, an afternoon game, ditto on Sunday. So a pitching change for the Sox. Chris Beck comes out for the 8th time. He is no record, 4.5 earned run average, trying to get the last 3 outs of this ball game.
So here's Ben Gamble. Gamble 1 for 3 and was robbed of a base hit on a beautiful catch by Cabrera in left field. Big gap in right center. And that's high and wide. Two and 0 the count.
Some guys just never give up. You know, Hawk, you got to think that's commendable.
You do?
They're not really fired up, I don't think, but they still have the rally caps. One looks like a shark. Another kind of like, remember the old Rudy Kozuti to the side?
Come back and get him, Chris. No walks. There's one. Make him swing the bat. And a full count. Payoff pitch to Gamble.
Oops. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Somebody in the stands is saying that right now. There he is. Charge.
So here's Gosewich. Tuffy. 33-year-old veteran receiver hitting for Cruz.
Well, you commented last night, Hawk, what a great job he did steering Ariel Miranda's game last night.
They worked great together.
Yeah.
They worked terrific together. There's the strike. As Kevin Smith and Ken Talent work great. That to me, I love to see good positioning in the outfield. And I love to see good relay plays. I love to see good defense, and I love to see.
Wow.
All right, take your time.
That figures. Oh, he still got him. Threw a changeup to first base. Look at him. I don't know how he gripped that ball.
Well, he couldn't find the ears on it.
But he made a perfect throw.
Yeah.
Good enough to get Tuffy, who can't catch a break this year.
Fourth double play turn.
Look at Todd. He caught that ball in self-defense. Look at this throw. That's amazing. He must have had a big palm ball right there.
That's
nice
what it looked like he was
change-up.
throwing, yeah.
And he still got it there in time. Throw that leather, boys.
So here is Kyle Seager. (16, 19, and 0 for us. And when that ball comes down, this ball game, the third of this 4-game set, will be over. So the Sox lose the opener 5-4 after coming back from a 4-0 deficit. They win 2-1 last night. And Wimpy, Ricky's boys just playing hard.
I'll tell you what, they're playing hard. They played great tonight. All the elements were there. Pitching, defense, and the hitting was just unbelievable. Pounding out 19 hits and 16 runs. I hope they save some for tomorrow.
Well, Avi Garcia, after that era, opened the gates in the first inning for a 4-run first. It was an RBI double. scoring Sanchez by Abreu, and then Avi came up and poof.
Boy, he is on everything. Beautiful swing right there. You know, you can't get him out. The breaking ball, now the fastball. Hits that one out to right center. So what a night. 4 hits, 6 runs batted in. He's good.
Well, it's great to see the youngster grow. You know, we talked about it last evening. We talked about it in the first game, about how you and I both enjoy watching young guys come into the major leagues, and at first they go through the travails of a rookie, so to speak, and now all of a sudden you start to see them grow a little bit. And when that happens for veteran players like yourself and myself, it's really fun to watch.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Not so much fun for the Mariners or their fans, but great for the Sox.
And down, talking about him, here he is down the field. Nice going, big guy.
Thank you, thank you.
How do you just got to be going up there and just thinking about almost nothing, aren't you?
Yeah, I just, just trying to see the ball and hit it and don't trying to do too much. That's one, big thing happens. So just trying to help my team play hard every day, be focused.
Well, you guys have been playing hard, even in that four-game losing streak. Watch out!
Wow, that's cold, man. Wow.
All right, real quick, Avi, you guys are playing hard, and you're busting your behinds each and every day.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we have to do.